20. Al-Qabid, the withholder, the restrainer. The name Al-Qabid is one of the beautiful names of Allah in Islam. It means the withholder or the restrainer. This name is derived from the Arabic root qabada, which refers to the act of taking or withholding something. In the Islamic context, Al-Qabid signifies that Allah has the power to withhold or restrict sustenance, provisions, blessings, or any other desirable thing from His creation. It highlights Allah's control and authority over all aspects of existence, including what is given and withheld. This name reminds believers of their reliance on Allah for their needs and teaches them to be content and patient during times of scarcity or difficulty. Allah is Al-Qabid, meaning whatever He wills comes to be. He is the one who enriches and makes poor. Al-Qabid decides to withhold something or to make it scarce. He is the taker of all souls at the time of death, and He stretches His hand out to the believers so that they may turn to Him and repent. He is the one who constricts sustenance, our lives, and our hearts. The opposite, Al-Basit, is the one who expands and widens it with His generosity and mercy. Who is it that would loan Allah a goodly loan so He may multiply it for him many times over? And it is Allah who withholds and grants abundance, and to Him you will be returned. Quran 2-245. Just as food is good, but being overindulgent is unhealthy and can be destructive, leading to many complications down the road. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may withhold His provisions based on His superior knowledge. In the Quran, it says, "And if Allah had extended, excessively, provision for His servants, they would have committed tyranny throughout the earth. But He sends it down in an amount which He wills. Indeed He is, of His servants, acquainted and seeing." Quran 42:27. It is difficult, but if we go through a period of constriction, we should find peace, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. We can always uncover some good in the bad. We are brought down to earth, and we are humbled. By switching our narrative, we can help transform a tragedy into an opportunity. If we see this period of our life as a test, we can behave in a manner that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would love to see His servant respond. For example, strive harder in worship, show sabr, patience, seek to do good deeds, help others, and take care of yourself. Perhaps these tough times are necessary to create future leaders who are more resilient, grounded, empathetic, and wise. Passing the test can allow one to climb to greater heights they never could have imagined. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. But it's also important to note there are no limitations put upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is the Master. He can constrict whatever He wills for whomever, howsoever. All of creation exists because of Him, and it's under His control. He can dispose of His dominion however He wishes. It is not up to us to judge whether a thing is good or bad. Whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wills is good since it's from Him. He's not limited in what He can do. This goes back to the attributes of power, control, and supreme authority. Surely, Allah wrongs not even of the weight of an atom, or a smallest ant, but if there is any good done, He doubles it. Quran 4:40. The believer benefits from knowing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is both Al-Qabid and Al-Basit. We can use these names in our supplication, asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to expand our hearts to be reminded in remembrance of Him. We can call upon these names for rizq as they are closely related, but remember the natural laws of contraction and expansion. We should not be overtly excited for the good provision and not be deeply saddened in times of constraint. Accept both as they come and always be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for what remains. Whatever happens, do not rush to conclusions and say whether it is good or bad, but say it's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and He knows best. Allah extends provision for whom He wills and restricts it. And they rejoice in the worldly life, while the worldly life is not, compared to the hereafter, except brief enjoyment. Quran 13:26. For indeed, with hardship, will be ease. Quran 94-5. The name Al-Qabid has several meanings and interpretations in Islamic tafsir. Interpretation: here are some possible explanations and insights associated with this name. 1. Withholder of sustenance. Allah, as Al-Qabid, has the power to restrict or withhold sustenance from His creation. This can be understood both in a material sense, such as withholding provisions or wealth, as well as in a spiritual sense, where Allah may withhold certain blessings or guidance from individuals. 2. Restrainer of desires. Al-Qabid signifies Allah's ability to restrain or restrict individuals from indulging in their base desires. It serves as a reminder that, at times, Allah may withhold certain worldly desires or pleasures from individuals in order to benefit them spiritually or to protect them from harmful consequences. 3. Controller of circumstances. As Al-Qabid, Allah has the power to restrict or control circumstances and events in the world according to His divine wisdom. This includes controlling situations that may affect the lives of individuals or societies, such as limiting resources, creating obstacles, or allowing hardships to occur. 4. Educator through constriction. Al-Qabid teaches through trials and difficulties by constraining or limiting certain things. Through these challenging situations, Allah provides opportunities for growth, self-reflection, and spiritual development. The restriction may be temporary and serve as a means for individuals to recognize their dependence on Allah and seek His guidance and mercy. Overall, the name Al-Qabid encourages believers to cultivate patience, contentment, and trust in Allah's wisdom. It reminds them to recognize and appreciate that Allah is in control of all aspects of existence and that He may sometimes withhold or restrict for their ultimate benefit and spiritual growth.